I'm Shelby Bonnie. I'm the host of the Innovator Series brought to you by Technology for Obama. I'm here with Reid Hoffman, founder and chairman of LinkedIn. So it's a pleasure to be with you, Reid.
Great to be here.
I want to talk a little bit about kind of innovation in the context of how we think about politics and what's going on with the current campaign. So we've talked in the other segments about innovation and the importance of innovation in this country. If a viewer cares about innovation, why should they care about this election?
I think you care a lot about this election because you care about how do we invent the future? Like, how do we build a new future that we all want to live in? And it's got to be something that works for all of us. And so part of the key thing is we know that there have been kind of financial trouble, the 2008 crisis, there's a bunch of turbulence in industries, there's a bunch of things that we need to fix. It's time to kind of rebuild the platform of what it is to be, a citizen, a country in America. And that has to enfranchise everyone. And it has to have a viewpoint to how do we build new things into the future. And so, the kind of things that, that I've seen President Obama do is, drive innovation panels where he says, okay, I'll bring 20 business people together and give me your hardest questions, your best ideas, what are the things we can do? I was there with Mark Benioff and Tony Robbins, and we talked about Simpson Bowles recently, and what is the key thing to do in order to fix the deficit. The Startup America initiative, he took an hour and a half out of his schedule to say, okay, how do we help entrepreneurs start companies? How does that work? It works great in Silicon Valley. How does that work across the entire US? What are the things we do there? And that kind of invention of the future is, I think the time is now for that. And so I think this election is very important.
And do you, when you think about kind of what folks in Washington have done to reach out, what other types of things? I mean, you've had the chance to meet with the president on a number of occasions.
Yep.
What other things have you seen in terms of kind of communication between the Valley and Washington?
Well, so I've seen Obama come a number of different times looking for kind of what are the things that you could learn about what we do in entrepreneurship that can be applied to all of the U.S. I mean, one of the things, there's a natural tendency to also come here and say, oh, you guys are doing something unique, that's awesome, keep going. But because he cares about the entire country, it's like, okay, maybe some of this is also useful for the rest of the country. What is it you can build and what is it you can share that helps us do job creation, that helps us figure out how to kind of make the industries globally competitive? What's the way that we think about our position in the world from that? And what does that mean to an everyday American in terms of how do they live their life? How do they pay for their house mortgage? How do they put their kid to college? How do these entrepreneurial patterns translate into a future that we want to be part of?
Yeah, well, I think that's a really great perspective and such a pleasure talking to you. So thank you, Reid. We look forward to talking more.